Bam! Bam! Whoa, what's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. How's it going? Welcome to Film Junkie Live. That's right, I'm getting down. Hold on. Everything working? Everything working? Everything seems to be working. Oh, it's July 1st. What's going on, guys? Hey, we made it. We made it, guys. Guys, we made it through halfway through the year. Holy shit. Did we make it through halfway through the year? Be happy. You're still alive. We're kind of all still alive. What's going on? What's going on? Was it Fihama? Sorry, I butchered that. Jesse. What's going on, Mr. Scott? Reyes. So much crap happening today. Yeah, there's a lot of so much crap or just one specific thing. What's going on, Menendite? Yo, Xander. Niner. Will. Eric. Yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to start it off like Ellen does, when she starts dancing. That's what I'm going to start doing too, is just start dancing and shit, liven up everybody. What's going on, Arkham? Matt, Ben, Reyes, someone's NDA. I know, it seems like it, right? What? YouTube fucked up, didn't give you that damn notification? I tell you what, man, YouTube, what's going on? What is going on? The new trailer for The Tax Collector, I have yet to do it, but I'll be posting my reaction video later today. So after I'm done here, I plan on watching it. So what's going on? Was it Simeon? Sorry if I thought it said someone at first. I'm sorry. But welcome, Jose. Red Hood. What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later? All right, guys. I mean, everything's pretty intriguing, isn't it? I mean, first off, can I get something off my chest? Simeon. Okay, so there you go. And Belinda's here. What's going on, Belinda? How you doing? Clay. Yeah, I know. Where's that Jordan Peele gif? But first, can I get something off my chest? It turns out that California is locking down again. Oh, my God. Yeah. We just found out today, Mr. Gavin Slickback Hair Newsom has just shut down stuff in California again. So that sucks. Only if you're sure. What? Should I unbutton it? Oh, what's going on, Nate? Over there in the Twitcher sphere. But yeah. Oh man. See, I totally messed up the capitalization. Oh well. Shit. Messed up that, but you know what happens. I get like in a hurry and stuff, and it just like fucks all things up. What am I doing here? Oh, what else is gonna happen, guys? What else is gonna happen? Fucking Gavin Newsom. I know Michigan's also everything is. Everyone says thanks, Texas. Garza, I'm like, I know. What the hell? It's all Garza's fault. Always Garza's fault. But yeah, everything's going to be starting to shut down again. You knew it was going to happen because, I mean, like I said, everybody kind of like stopped talking about COVID for about 2.5 weeks. And now a bunch of people got together and now, I mean, there's just a bunch of things that are happening. I don't know. There just needs to be a better plan. There needs to be a middle ground. I was kind of going back and forth with one of my friends who was all about, the lockdown again. And I was like, no, you got to realize you got people's livelihoods and everything happening. That's the only bad part. The thing that is also never mentioned in the media is the effect that all this is having on people who are losing their jobs. Millions of people losing their jobs. People just losing their minds indoors, depression, suicides. And they don't talk about that either, They don't talk about how you can prevent COVID and, have a good immune system, eat healthy, fitness and all that stuff. But they also don't talk about the effects that this is going to have, long-term effects, not just like from the virus itself, from just, financially that people are going to have and everything. It's just all kinds of stuff. That's what it just gets on my nerves about this whole thing. It's like, the people who are just like all about locking down again, that's because it's not affecting them. That's the thing. It's not the thing. But of course, I just wanted to get that off my chest. That's all. I'm just kind of like, geez, what's up, Legion? I guess we'll just dive right into it because you guys are pretty much already talking about it in the live chat more than anything. So I guess we'll just dive right into it. I just wanted to get that little rant off my chest because, when it comes to California and I don't know, it's just everything that was happening today. And I was just sitting at my desk and going, shit, they just locked down pretty much everything again. I just don't get it when, you have thousands of people that go into a grocery store every day, restaurants that were taking the precautions. Like I went to a restaurant in Vegas over the weekend. They had all the precautions. They had, the tables divided up, spaced out. Everybody was wearing a mask. You didn't have to wear a mask at the table, but if you left the table, you wore a mask. All the waiters wore masks, gloves, this, that, and this. It's like they were taking the careful precautions, but now they're going to be shut down. Okay. And I know people that are within the restaurant community, and it's fucking them up. It's over 3 months, almost 4 months now. And it just freaking sucks, man. I mean, I have no problems wearing a mask, and I hate the people, the fucking Karens and the Chads over here that just like don't want to wear their mask, and then you got the mask Nazis who see you don't wear a mask, like I told you guys on Father's Day when I went to breakfast with my dad and I walked out, I didn't have a mask on because it wasn't mandatory at this restaurant. This old lady goes, "Get away!" and she like swatted at me. It's like, geez, man, geez. So you got just the extremes on both sides. Yeah, gloves don't do shit. Yeah, exactly. If you're not disposing those gloves after every person you come in contact with, it's just like your hands, It's just nothing. It's on the hands. If you keep on using the same gloves for like a half an hour, you have all kinds of shit on it. It's California. Yes, I know. But anyways, I know. I need to get that Bane mask. I remember somebody sent it over to me, and I need to get that and just. The virus not going to get me, by the way. I live in the shadows. The COVID is reckoning. Anyways, all right. So there's my Bane impression. Congratulations to me. Ray Fisher calls out Joss Whedon. So, of course, naturally, we all know what's going on with this. We all know. Am I promoting headsets now? What do you mean? Wear a condom. Yes. Always wear a condom. Wrap it up. If it's raining, wear a raincoat. It's what my dad always used to say to me. That was like his advice right there. But yep, let's talk about this right now. All right. So we got Joss Whedon's on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Geoff Johns and John Berg. Accountability greater than entertainment. So we got more bombs being dropped. And I love the fact, what we always talk about. There's a blackface episode in Mad Men as well. Jesus Christ. I think every show is going to have an episode that has a hint of blackface. Like I said, they're going after everything. I just saw that right now. 22 minutes ago that was posted. Plans to keep. Oh, well, they plan on keeping the episode streaming. Probably because it's not actually blackface. I don't know. I never got into Mad Men, so I don't even know what the heck's going on with that. But I actually was watching The Office last night, on Comedy Central, because now it's on YouTube TV, which is kind of cool, even though they raised the price. And it was an episode that, some people were like, of course, saying like, Michael Scott, he is like very inappropriate when it comes to a lot of things. And they're like, yeah, that's the point. That's the context of the character, which is why people love it so much, that he makes people feel awkward. And he thinks he'd be so overtly like trying not to be, a bad guy that he sounds like an asshole, douchebag. Anyways, so we have it right here. Joss Whedon, Ray Fisher calling out Joss Whedon. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Michael Bay, don't worry, Dave. I got you about COVID awareness. Songbird coming to be determined. Okay. Don't worry, Dave. I got you about COVID awareness. Songbird coming. I'm trying to think of what you're trying to say right now. But I appreciate it. Appreciate the donation there. Donation's welcome. And every little bit helps. I appreciate it, guys. So, well, that's interesting. Let's see. Well, no. If you guys want to like I know the Real Motion live stream is going on in a half an hour. Yeah, or actually 21 minutes. Go ahead and head on over there when they start. I think they're gonna have some special guests. So it's gonna be a lot more entertaining than what you just hearing me by myself talk to myself or talk to you guys. But all right, so we had this right here, and of course, this just blew up the internet. It was absolutely fantastic. Just like what we were talking about yesterday. Something had to have happened. Obviously, like NDAs, maybe Ray Fisher's NDAs just totally went kaputs, and it was like, okay, time to start singing, or he heard something, and things are about to come out, which they might, and it might be about the three gentlemen that we see in this tweet, pretty much. So we had this, and now we got a response from Mr. Berg. Okay, now check out this shit. This is ridiculous. Let's see. Is this right here? Boop. All right. So here we go right here. So this is from IGN. It says Cyborg actor Ray Fisher slams Justice League director for abusive on-set behavior. Okay, so now we got the first update, and Mr. John Berg, Justice League producer and former Warner Brothers co-president of production, John Berg, was fired back. Well, has fired. I think I was just wishful thinking in my head. Has fired back at actor Ray Fisher's claims that Berg and his former fellow DC Films, executive Geoff Johns, enabled an alleged bad behavior from director Joss Whedon on set, and also revealed one thing Fisher was upset about during the reshoots. Berg told Variety that it was categorically untrue that we enabled any unprofessional behavior. I remember Fisher being upset that we wanted him to say "booyah," which is a well-known saying of the Cyborg in the animated series. Okay, so Ray Fisher makes these claims, and John Berg decides to go, well, yeah, no, that didn't happen. I remember, Fisher's being difficult because he didn't want to say "booyah." Fucking really? Really, Berg? That's your little comeback? That's the way you're going to fire back at an actor that is calling out the director that was brought in to destroy Zack Snyder's movie? You're going to go with that response. Yeah, he didn't want to say "booyah," guys, "booyah." Because, we wanted him to say that because that's what the character says. And it's like, yeah, it wasn't written in the original movie because Snyder didn't want to put that in there yet, I guess we're going to build up to that, or he didn't want it to be something that was tied to the Titans animated series. Okay, that's not what Snyder was trying to do, and I think Fisher was kind of respecting that. Am I wrong that he was trying to respect that? But this is the only thing that Berg has to fire back on. It was the fact that Fisher didn't want to say "booyah." What about everything else? What about? I can't wait till we hear about from everything else, the altercations on set, the fact that Joss Whedon was kept separate from the cast at points, the fact that Gal Gadot didn't want to shoot that scene where Barry falls on her boobs. Okay, can we talk about that? Can we talk about that he wasn't supposed to be in the same room as Gal? Stuff like that. Maybe that'll come about. I don't know. I can't wait till Ben Affleck starts singing and be like, yeah, I wanted to walk off set. He wanted to go on strike and, try to invite the rest of the crew to walk along with him. Like, come on, guys, let's walk off this bullshit. We don't need this anymore. But of course, that didn't happen because it's very understandable because Ben Affleck's already established. Everybody else kind of has other movies in line or wasn't well established. We talk about that. I can't wait till Momoa starts singing. We saw what his face looked like when Ray Fisher gave praise to Joss Whedon at Comic-Con. We saw his face like he was just holding it in, just absolutely holding it in. Yes, cancel Joss Whedon. Okay, this is not the first time that we've heard stuff like this. Okay, this is not the first time. I think Newsweek even posted a new article that said this is not the first time that Joss Whedon has been called out for bad behavior. We talked about, I think, a little briefly yesterday. They fired Charisma Carpenter because she got pregnant. His wife just totally spilled out a bunch of info, but like I said yesterday, these bloggers just totally ignored that and just were firing back at Fisher for not being classy about this, or not being a class act, not having any class. And it's funny too. I love it because where we're at today in society, I just love the fact that these guys are pushing back against Ray Fisher and they have Black Lives Matter in their username. It's like, fuck. Do you really? Okay, because I always wonder about that when you got these pasty face, balding blogger dudes that overtly say they're feminist and support all the causes and call out all the bullshit. And of course, they hate Trump with a passion. They're always tweeting about that kind of stuff. And then they put Black Lives Matter in their name because they really want you to know that they're supporting that. God forbid you didn't, that you didn't know that they were supporting that. And then when this happens, they push back against Ray Fisher, a black man who is calling out bullshit that would happen on the set of the movie that he was involved with. I just find that funny. Yeah, some Black Lives Matter, apparently. Not Ray Fisher's, Hollywood life. We're just talking about this. It's just kind of funny. Yeah. during Age of Ultron. Joss didn't like Scarlet being pregos. Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. So, but and Ray isn't talking about his experience. He's talking about the whole cast. Exactly. I mean, you see it on the faces. Even like that mock-up video that one dude posted where it showed everybody's, the looks on their face, even when they were being interviewed and everything. And I know everybody likes to throw out like interviews with the cast members that praise Whedon, that praise Johns and everything. And but then you go like, well, of course Ben Affleck said that. Of course he's going to say that. He's not going to say all the bad shit that happened on set when he's, promoting another movie. I mean, I always hate it when people go like, well, look what he said right here. Look what he said right here. Did someone on set nearly punch Joss Whedon? As far as I know, I don't actually know that. But I think, if anybody was going to do that, it probably would have been Jason Momoa, right? I mean, other things were coming about, Jeremy Irons punching up his own dialogue because Whedon's dialogue was so cheesy. There was like a list of something. I should have pulled that up that somebody was posting that had a bunch of stuff. But geez, I'm already limited. YouTube has already limited some my video. But anyways, why are some assholes always praised? I don't know. I don't get it myself. But then, okay, so now let's go to the Geoff Johns things. Now I know this is a very touchy subject when it comes to Geoff Johns. I've already voiced my opinion about the whole thing. When it comes to Geoff Johns, I respect the shit out of the man. The man has given us some of the most iconic, DC books out there. I mean, 100%. I respect the man and his work that he's done. But when it comes to the movies, apparently it just doesn't work. And when he got promoted to that position, to that title within DC Films, I mean, it just went to his head. He wanted to be Kevin Feige too. And apparently, he was ordered to, of course, watch Zack Snyder, but he watched him in such a way that he just, it was kind of like a bully mentality. It's just a bully mentality, changing all the stuff. I mean, the script was being punched up by Geoff Johns right from the get-go. I mean, that's something I just learned recently. Like when you go back to that first trailer, that first Justice League trailer, and it says, well, I hear you talk to fish. Like I always thought, well, that was just a normal line that was already in there. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Fatal J? Yeah, I mean, he did give us Flashpoint. Like I said, I've always said I respect the man and what he's done and the work that he's done. But when it comes to the movies, it's no good. It's no good. Okay, like I said, my source to Snyder said that he will no longer buy Geoff Johns' books because of what happened during their experience working on DC Films. Okay. I mean, that's what he told me. He will now refuses to buy. And now we got, I mean, like I said, so take all this with like a grain of salt, of course, but now all of a sudden we got we got this tweet right here. And of course, any accusations, of course, have to be vetted. So we got right here. We got Leslie Meehan saying, I'm letting the truth out about what I experienced from Geoff Johns. I'm not the only woman to have had this experience. Ray Fisher's post has opened the door to help us speak out. So I stand with Ray Fisher, which I think we all do. So she basically just goes through like a back and forth between Geoff. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it's not the first time I've heard this stuff like that. I've heard that Geoff Johns was actually going to get Me Too'd like last year. I can't remember how far back I heard that, he was kind of like a sleazeball, a little bit of a creep behind the scenes. But I was hearing that he was probably going to get Me Too'd along with some of the other higher ups. I mean, obviously Sujihara has already been, but I heard more was going to happen with that and some of the other guys. But this stuff's already coming out. I don't know. Reading Ray's post struck out the discomfort with Geoff, which still has resonance inside my heart. I accepted an apology I never received and took on the responsibility to make it okay when it isn't okay, and it still isn't. I've seen other women coming forward inspired by Ray's post. It's ringing true to me. It shows that just because time passes and I'm okay doesn't mean behavior is okay. Now, yeah, like I said, those obviously that has to be vetted because, anybody could just say anything, but I know there's a lot of people like, well, why are they waiting till now? I don't know. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of a shove, and it just seems like Ray Fisher is 100% like going, okay, wait a minute here. Oops. Emmerich. Yes, Emmerich. That's what I was trying to remember. I was like, not Berg, but Emmerich was supposed to get like apparently Me Too'd as well. So there's just all kinds of shit that's going to be coming out. And Geoff Johns, yeah. So there's just all kinds of shit. And then, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You can't just automatically go like, oh yeah, well, I 100%. But I mean, I've been hearing this shit for a while, Dave, do you think Fisher will be blackballed out of Hollywood for calling out Whedon? That's what I'm kind of worried about too. But it seems to me like Fisher's pretty confident. I don't think he would have done it if he thought he would have been blackballed. This is not like the situation with, I saw somebody comparing this to John Boyega's situation. Now, John Boyega got 100% praised for what he did. And that was Black Lives Matter protest. Of course he was going to get praised for that. I hated like, oh, he put his career on the line. No, he did not. Okay. He called out white racist. Everybody does. He just was strong with it. And then when he went to the protest, he yelled it out and it was like, good on you. That's fine. But his career is not going to be in jeopardy. Now, Ray Fisher, on the other hand, yes, could be in jeopardy for calling out Joss Whedon. I don't know. I want more people to start talking. I just wonder what Gal Gadot has to say when it comes to working with Joss, because we all like I mentioned last night, Patty Jenkins liked that Heroic Hollywood article that had Zack Snyder, of course, liking on Vero about Joss Whedon losing his Batgirl movie. So it's just so many things are up in the air. Didn't Joss write a really bad? Yes, he did, Matthew. Yeah, he wrote like a really weird Wonder Woman script. The guy's a perv, man. He looks like a perv. I mean, look at him. Just look at him. I don't know. He'll be shit canned from Flash. Who's going to be shit canned from Flash? I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know. Yeah, but I do kind of worry that this might hurt Ray Fisher. But at the same time, it seems like he's confident enough to just say it. He's just calling him out. I don't know. It's all just it blew up the internet. I mean, like I said, Joss Whedon was trending, and then now all of a sudden some other people are coming out, and then now the Johns thing, and nothing's really said about Berg. I'm not really saying. So I don't know. It's all just it's just pretty crazy right now. Everything's just pretty crazy. But like I said, when it comes to things, and apparently, if we want to look at Jason LeBoy, Jason Photography, LeBoy Photography, he's also been singing about this for a while too. Okay, so this is what he was saying on his Twitter, and I've talked to him about it too. And he absolutely hates Geoff Johns. Stuff that he heard, he hates Geoff Johns. And so he said right here, the things I learned about years ago have finally come to light. Johns, here's the big one right here. Johns went as far to make his stupid jokes about the Snyder Cut during the filming of Wonder Woman 84. What makes matters worse, he would say it to Zack's dearest friends. So basically just poking fun at the Snyder Cut, the thing that Johns had a hand in destroying. I guess he would make fun of it on the Wonder Woman set and make fun of it probably in front of Patty and everything. I don't know. Maybe Gadot too. I don't know. But I mean, that was like a big thing right there. Like, what the hell? And then, of course, you got Clay Enos. He's also coming out and saying this stuff. I heard the same thing. Oh, this is crazy. This is all just crazy. And I think some people might be concerned about, what does Snyder feel about this? I'm sure he's fine. It almost seems like all this is kind of coordinated, and you just never know with Snyder sometimes. So there's all that stuff too. So he, I guess made fun of all this, made fun of this in front of Clay Enos as well. I mean, that's just crazy right there. If that's all true, that is just nuts. I mean, what do we say? Because like you said, we said Geoff Johns is a short dude, even shorter than me, I heard. So maybe it's little man syndrome, and he's just trying to, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Why would somebody make fun of that in front of people? I mean, you have to be, I don't know. You have to be just kind of cold, narcissistic, big time. I don't know. Jose, you said something? Oh, yeah. Whedon wrote Charisma Carpenter out of Angel because she got pregnant and had her character die from pregnancy. How disturbing is that? How gross is that? That's fucking gross. I'm sorry. Ugh. What? I mean, actresses get pregnant. You work around it. That's what happens. You don't just fucking write them off. Jesus Christ. Big ego. Yeah, you're right. Miller. Big ego. Napoleon complex. I mean, I when I heard that, I was like, wow, did he really just make fun of it and make fun of it in front of people? I mean, how unprofessional is that? Especially when you had a hand in fucking that movie up. It's crazy. Ugh. Guy with the ball cap, man. And I know David Ayer talked more about stuff too. I'll do a post show on his stuff. Like I said, I'm trying to cover his tweets. I know he said some stuff. Somebody asked too about, I guess, the BET line from Croc for Killer Croc, wanting that. And apparently like that was added too, but it wasn't by Geoff Johns. So I had to look. Yeah, exactly. Gal was pregnant in No Man's Land and she still fucking rocked it. That's right. Our Wonder Woman, our Amazonian princess, badass, pregnant while running No Man's Land, for shit's sake. Bam. Not to mention, yes, that's what I talked about at the beginning. She didn't want to do that gag. That's why it's a body double that he has to fall on. It's so gross, man. I remember not even like laughing at that part because it felt familiar, I think. Ugh, it's so gross. So gross what's happening, man. I tell you what. It's just so fucking gross and weird, man. I tell you. Yeah, Joss hired a body double for Scarlet. He also... Did he really? Yeah, it's all crazy, man. It's all crazy, but I mean, a lot of this stuff that's come to light, I mean, the stuff that with Amber Heard, I mean, I don't know if that's going to come to light because I to this day, Snyder did not cast her. She fucking, she worked her way to the top by being on top. I don't know if that stuff's going to come about. You heard it here first. Now I'm just a big dummy that just gets told things. That's all. But it makes you just kind of wonder what was happening with some of those higher execs. I mean, Emmerich, we already know Sujihara, but just the shit show that was happening behind the scenes during this whole thing. And the fact that they brought in Whedon, who's also a sleazeball, but of course, we all know why they hired him in. Let's get the guy who did Avengers. And it sucks too, because I have videos where I'm like, it's going to be okay, guys. It's Joss Whedon. It could be worse. It could be, man. Little did I know that it was going to be something bad. But I want Affleck to start singing. I want Momoa specifically to start singing, but I don't think Momoa is going to do it. I don't think Momoa is going to say anything, to be honest. I can't see Momoa really doing anything because that's because one of the things why Momoa probably won't say anything is the next topic. Momoa to voice Frosty the Snowman. That's right, guys. This is okay. So tell me this is not weird timing, guys. Tell me this is not weird timing. Okay. Because look at this headline right here. Look at this headline right here. Jason Momoa has been cast as Frosty the Snowman in a live-action Frosty the Snowman movie. John Berg and Geoff Johns will produce the movie. Okay? Can we all admit that that's weird freaking timing? Can we all admit that? Seems a little weird to me. Very odd. Because this news showed up shortly after. Okay, so this right here, okay, this is from Discussing Film. This was at 11:01 a.m. Okay, let me look at the tweet from, okay, so this is almost 2 hours later. Almost 2 hours later, this news comes about. Isn't that a little weird? A little strange. I find that just a little convenient. Isn't that weird? And any of you that think this is a horrible idea, by the way, that Jason Momoa voicing Frosty the Snowman, what are you talking about? That's great. Just imagine that voice coming out of Frosty the Snowman. Come on. I dig it. I dig it. Who doesn't want to see that? Okay, it was like, okay, you guys remember a movie back in I think it was the late 90s, maybe early 2000s called Jack Frost, where Michael Keaton played, well, he didn't play Frosty the Snowman, but he turned into a snowman. But it was just great to hear Michael Keaton's voice coming out of a snowman's head. Yeah, exactly, Patton. I'm just saying, when it comes to voicing these characters, you have to go outlandish with like somebody who has a distinct voice. That's one of the things. I mean, that's what I loved about. If you guys want to flip over to a Real Motion, they're starting right now. Go for it. I won't be hurt. I know we sometimes we cross the streams. Okay. Sometimes we're both just peeing in the same, YouTube bowl. So if you guys want to go over there, that's perfectly fine. I'll probably be wrapping it up in about 15 minutes anyway. So, but, you can watch later. It's perfectly fine. I won't. Yeah, Jack Frost. But yeah, Jack Frost. I mean, having Michael Keaton's voice come out of a moving snowman. I thought, come on, that's great. And then like Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu. I mean, that worked. That's why I wasn't really digging Ben Schwartz's voice coming out of Sonic. For some reason, I wanted something different. I don't know what it was, but to Russ, you're crazy. No, it's okay, man. Like I said, you guys can go. It's totally fine. You know, you listen to me for a half an hour. That's perfectly fine. Switch it over. That's why I said we're getting the content out. You know, nothing wrong with that. I'm glad that they're doing that. Like I said, they have some special guests tonight, so should be pretty good. But Jason Momoa voicing Frosty the Snowman. I mean, that's just, yeah, we'll call him Jacked Frost. I like that. I really do. Do you think Frosty the Snowman will have a cameo? Yeah, maybe he'll have a cameo. He'll be part of the Frosty universe, of the multiverse. So, but I just find it a little strange. What's going on, Marcus? I just find it a little strange that news came out shortly after his stuff, after Fisher's shit. So I don't know. It's just a little weird. Just a little weird to me. The timing is just very strange indeed. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm excited for that. Jason Momoa, but I want him to start talking about stuff. Always, I want him to start talking about some of the stuff that happened on set. I really do, because I think Jason Momoa has a lot of things to say as well. And then the last thing I was going to talk to you guys about, which, you know, it was just something interesting, you know, I grew up with it. Beavis and Butthead making a comeback. Settle down, Beavis. Fire, 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 fire. I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Okay, so there's my Beavis and Butthead impression. So here we go right here. I just chose the title from Twitter right now. So we got Beavis and Butthead entering a whole new Gen Z world in an upcoming reboot. The 90s, isn't this the second time it's come back? I think this is like the second time they actually try to bring it back. I think they tried to bring it back like 10 years ago. And it only did like one season. But creator Mike Judge will oversee the 2 new seasons that will feature meta themes relatable to both new and old fans, Gen X parents, and their Gen Z kids. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know about you guys. It's going to be a little interesting. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Yeah, no, nothing with that. No, nothing. Okay. Well, thank you, sir. But I don't know if you guys were you guys like a big Beavis? Yeah, there you go. You were a big fan, right? There's people in here that weren't even born. I know, right? It makes you feel old. It makes me feel old. That's for damn sure. Fire, 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 fire. Yeah, I mean, why not? Well, look at that. Wonder Meg's here. Everybody say hi to Wonder Meg. Now you guys are all going to start, talking to her. I get it. I totally get it. You guys are all crushing on her on the vodka stream. I totally understand. She's got that voice. You just want her to read passages out of a comic book to you. I totally get it. It's okay. I'm totally fine with that. See, everybody, there you go. Wonder Meg is here. And very much looking forward to, of course, Justice Con that she's a part of, and can't wait to see what's going to. Yeah, release the Meg cut. There you go, Travis. Does she have a cut? Cut of what? Of a trailer, maybe? She already saw that. Yep. But hey, Dave, did I miss anything? Yeah, you missed a little bit. Me going off about the everything that's been happening with Justice League and everything, guys, with Whedon and everything. So, see, she loves you guys. See, everybody loves some Meg. Read the Bible for me. Yeah, read the Bible for. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. So, but that's pretty exciting. It's going to be interesting to see what Mike Judge does with Beavis and Butthead, especially with the culture the way it is now. I don't know if you guys weren't alive when Beavis and Butthead was around in the 90s. It got a lot of heat. Like that first season, they didn't give 2 shits about what was happening in that first season. They were doing crazy stuff like sniffing gas out of the stove. They were doing all kinds of, blowing shit up, sawing like a praying mantis out of their hand. They were doing some shit where like, parents were not liking it. And I remember there was like a whole big thing where some kid set fire to like a trailer or something like that because they were watching Beavis and Butthead. There's a bunch of shit that was that happened with all that stuff. No, it's actually, I think it's going to be on Comedy Central. I think that's what it said. I think it's actually going to be on Comedy Central. I saw. Let me double check. Possibly spinoffs. Didn't they have a Daria spinoff already? Yeah, Comedy Central. It's not going to be on MTV because MTV sucks. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I watched MTV because it sucks. But yeah, no, it's going to be on Comedy Central, which I think that's a better place for it. Oop. Read the Satanic Bible. Woo! Pietro de lo extraño. You have the Enya over your N, just like my last name. Brutal. Yeah. King of the Hill. Okay. Damn it, Bobby. What? I sell propane and propane accessories. There you go. There's my Hank Hill, guys. I'm just busting out all the cartoon impressions I have now. But what was funny about Hank Hill is he was Mr. Anderson, essentially, in Beavis and Butthead, you know? When Beavis and Butthead would do like yard work or whatever for Mr. Anderson. It was the same voice. What? Those guys masturbating inside my camper? Yeah. Oh, they should bring back King of the Hill. Why not? Do I have Ren and Stimpy impressions? You fat, bloated idiot. I mean, that's pretty much it. Ren and Stimpy was just one of those cartoons that was like that pushed the envelope because it was very stupid and, you know, just a bunch of like, you know, that kind of humor. But then remember when they would go like close up on like one of their faces and it would look really gross? Yeah, that's right. Whacking off in the tool shed. Yeah. Principal McVicker. Yeah. McDicker. Yeah. So many memories. One of the funniest episodes I remember watching a Beavis and Butthead with my cousin Brienne was the episode where it had the gym teacher was teaching about sex education. Remember the gym teacher was like an army dude, had the crew cut and everything, and always yelled. But he made it where Beavis and Butthead could not laugh in class anymore. So he was basically just going over all the stuff that they were going to talk about in sex ed, and they couldn't laugh. And it was one of the funniest episodes. We were laughing so hard that my cousin, she peed in her pants. That's how hard we were laughing, because he was just like in their face. We're going to be talking about the penis. We're going to be talking about the vagina, the testicle. And they were just like, and then they run out of school when it's over with. And they're just like, I don't know if you guys remember that episode. Was told by my guy that one more big jail actor will back up Ray's claim. Was told it's a bombshell and will shake things up. Gal or Jason comes to mind. Interesting. Now I'm still trying to wait to hear back from my source about all this. He's been fairly quiet lately. Hopefully I didn't scare him off. I don't know. Possibly why. Why would I scare him? I don't know. I'm perfectly normal, guys. I'm weird. Yeah, I know. The principal, Dave, do him. I can't even remember. Didn't he do that? He like shivered. Then you had the hippie teacher. What was the teacher's name? I can't remember. Excuse me. I don't know if that's supposed to be happening. Skillfully dodged the Cleveland impress. Oh yeah, that's right. I called that shit, right? Speaking of cartoons, pretty much if you're a white voice actor, you might as well just get a new job, man. You might as well just get a new job. Never do that again. Sorry. Yeah. Fly high, lesbian seagull. Yeah. Yeah. But if you're a white actor and you voice any other ethnicity, you might as well just drop it now. I mean, I called it too when that was happening with that one show on Netflix when Kristen Bell and somebody else dropped the role. I was like, how soon till the guy who voices Cleveland, Mike something, I forgot his name, Mike Avery or something like that. I was like, how soon till he drops the role? And sure enough, 2 days later, as I'm driving to Vegas, it fucking happens. It happens. Okay. After 20 years. Okay. Wasn't an issue for 20 years. I'm just going to go off on a rant here because I haven't really touched bases with this. After 20 years of voicing Cleveland, and not to mention he had his own spinoff show, nobody had a problem with it. He didn't have a problem with it. And now he dropped it. Like, sure, fine, commend you. It was him. It wasn't like he was forced out. He wasn't fired. That's fine. But the fact that after 20 years, he just dropped it, he was just trying to get ahead of the mob. These actors are scared. They're fucking scared. They're scared to get canceled. 100%. This is what's happened with cancel culture. That actors are like afraid to do anything now, white actors especially. But at the same time, it's like when it comes to voice acting, it didn't matter what color your skin was and who you voiced. I mean, Phil Lamar, one of the best voice actors out there, voices all kinds of people. For fuck's sake, he is voicing Samurai Jack right now. Okay? Phil Lamar, voicing Samurai Jack. Okay? Should he step down? Okay? He's voiced Aquaman, The Flash. He's voiced all kinds of characters. It happens all the time. I mean, for fuck's sake, the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, Shredder was voiced by Uncle Phil. It's so crazy. I know, I'm canceled. All right, guys. Meg just canceled me. Shit. Man. Totally canceled. No. It happens with every show. But I'm just saying. I thought the whole issue that was going on was police brutality and the policing and all that stuff. Why is all this stuff happening right now? It's just Hank Azaria. Yeah, we already heard about that. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just all crazy. When it comes to The Simpsons, I found it funny too when I saw the headline that says white actors will not voice any of the non-white characters. And I'm like, I had to make the joke because all the Simpson characters are drawn yellow. There are no actual white characters. They're all yellow. It's just kind of a funny joke. Yeah. Hashtag junkie is over. My God. Totally right there. Dave, film junkie is over again. Again. I love how you put a hashtag again. But I don't know. When it comes to voice acting, they should just leave them be. If there's not an issue, there shouldn't be an issue. It's all about the talent, because that's what's so great about voice acting. That's what I respect out of voice acting, is the fact that you could do all these voices, you know? It's just, I don't know. It's just dumb. You know, nobody had an issue with it before. You know, like I said, there's all different kind of actors voice all different kinds of characters. It just didn't matter. It mattered about your voice. They didn't care about what you look like, which is the way it should be. Nobody should care about what you look like. It's all about the talent involved. All right. So I didn't ask anybody to ask questions, but I know some of you guys did. You guys get the drill. If I post it, you guys ask some questions, but not a lot of you did. It's fine. I didn't say like, hey, ask some questions right now. So I apologize. I didn't do that, but I survived cancel culture somehow. The Times. Why film junkies' name is offensive to drug addicts. Yeah. Just injecting film right into my fucking veins, man. That's right. I'm going to inject that Zack Snyder's Justice League in my veins. That's for damn sure. But Tara Strong. Look at Tara Strong. Yeah, she does many characters. Now, I'm sure she'll probably drop out if she's not doing a white character, she'll probably drop out, which is like, anyways, let me go ahead and pull this up. I know some of you guys. All right, let's do this. I said don't be shy, but some of you were shy. So we have, of course, Mr. Sinfinity. Dave, let's get a shout out for all the Canadian fans out there. It's Canada Day. Canada Day 2020 today. Okay, so it's your guys' July 4th. I'll say, that's right. July 1st is your guys' Independence Day, or July, whatever the hell. And after all, Superman was made by a Canadian. So there you go. So happy Canada Day. And to Joe Shuster, Toronto cartoonist. Of course. Yeah, 1931 created The Man of Steel. So there you go. So happy Canada Day to the neighbors above. That's right. And then, of course, Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later. Do you think Affleck will ever speak up? He doesn't look happy at all on any press junkets for Justice League. Yeah, he definitely does not. I mean, there was one that was circling around when they were asking him about stuff, and he was just kind of like, he talked about how Batman finally smiles in Justice League, and it was like, ugh. Oh, I remember laughing hysterically when they show that shot of Batman smiling like that. I started laughing out loud. I couldn't believe that they did that. But yeah, and then Dylan right here kept on dropping this. Yeah, I mean, this is another thing too, though. I mean, we got to remember. I mean, I think Affleck definitely has a respect for Geoff Johns, and he's worked with Geoff Johns, but I think there's going to be some stuff that's going to come about from Affleck as well. So, and of course, like during a press junket, he's not going to just talk shit and say like bad things. He's never going to do that. He's a professional. None of them are going to do that. So we just got to remember that part. And then the haircut. A lot of topics I could rant about today, but I will keep it light. Suicide extended cut was 2 hours and 13 minutes. What is your estimate of the Ayer runtime? I don't know, probably 2.5, around 2.5. Well, I would say, I wonder what it is. I want to say it's between 2.5 to 2:45. It's got to be around there. I got COVID. I might. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I would say it's probably going to be over 2.5 hours. But all the Joker stuff that got cut out, I don't know. And all the introduction stuff, I don't know. I would say probably around 2:45, you know? I think that's a good number for it, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. So, but something is definitely broken. Ugh. God. Something's definitely broken. Yeah, I remember all people laughing about that too. COVID is canceling me. The Dark Knight is the light joke. Ugh. They had Batman nervous talking to Aquaman. What the hell? Did they? Something's definitely bleeding. Are they going to cancel Sex in the Parliament for voicing him, Brian? He's not really a dog. Yeah. I know that whole thing. Sorry if I got fired up. I just think it's just gotten to ridiculous lengths because we're totally missing the point of the things that are happening right now. It's like, it's just supposed to be about police reform and trying to better all that and police brutality and everything. This is what all the protesting's for, the peaceful protesting, at least. That's what it's all for. And now now you got people just the white guilt is just, Jesus Christ, it's everywhere. It's like 100%. It's like, this is not helping anything. But anyways, guys, yeah, fuck Joss Whedon. Yeah, Ginger. Anyways, yeah, I still have to watch the trailer for The Tax Collector, and I definitely will. I'm going to do that after I'm done here. Did my AC turn off? I did. I didn't set it for lower. That's right. Fuck Joss Whedon. You guys are up with that. Even Meg is. So, yep. I'm gonna do a trailer reaction special, K, for Tax Collector. I'm looking forward to seeing all that stuff. And then I know David Ayer is gonna get hell for it because he's a white boy that's directing a movie about Mexican culture. God forbid, even though he grew up with Mexican culture, his wife's Mexican, you know, it's like, yeah, it is possible for that to happen. That's what happened to me. You know, I got a Mexican dad and a white mom, blonde hair, blue-eyed mom. And they made, something as gorgeous as this. That's right, guys. I'm praising myself. I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah. Anyways, cheers. I saw a bunch of Mexicans defending. Good. They should. I don't think we confirmed that I don't think he's part Latino. It didn't look like he was. But he's fluent in Spanish, and he kind of looks like he would be. He looks like a mixed breed. He looks like a hybrid like I am. So maybe he is. I don't know. But yeah, fucks Joss Whedon and Geoff Johns. Yeah, more stuff's going to come out, guys. Guarantee you. It's going to come out. It's already started to come out. It's going to be interesting to hear Geoff Johns' report. Remember, he's supposed to be on the panel for DC Fandom. Awkward. Oh, man, it's going to be very awkward. Yeah, I think Ayer is like full on white, but he grew up with Mexican culture, man. So, yeah, he is. But it's perfectly fine. Whoa, easy there, killer. But yeah. But like I said, he grew up in that culture, so whatever. Who's next jail member to speak out? I don't think it's going to be Momoa. I mean, look at the timing of the fact that he's going to voice Frosty the Snowman. I don't think it's going to be Momoa. I think it might be Affleck. If you think about it. Okay, think about this. Okay, like look at everybody. Okay, Henry Cavill is still waiting for a Superman movie. Okay, so I don't think he's definitely not going to do anything. Not to mention, I don't think he's going to do anything. Jason Momoa just got announced for Frosty the Snowman. Not to mention, he's got an Aquaman sequel that's going to be coming out. You got Gal Gadot, who hasn't said anything because she has a new movie coming out. Okay. We got Fisher, who's already talking, all this stuff. And we got Ezra Miller, who's already been in hot water, who is still in a franchise with Warner Brothers. So I don't think he's going to do it. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Ben Affleck. Okay. Or if it's going to be maybe a side character, I don't know. But if it's going to be anybody from the main cast, maybe Jeremy Irons, maybe he's going to say something. I don't know. But to me, if it was the main, then yeah, Amy Adams too. Okay. Amy Adams might say something. But she seems so sweet and innocent. She doesn't seem like one that's going to do that. She just seems so, even though I would love her to just totally just go off the rails. Diane Lane might, yeah. She could comment on that stupid thirsty fucking comment. That line that was written for her. He said you were the thirstiest woman he's ever met. Oh my God. I think that was just Joss Whedon like writing. Here's an image for you. He was probably writing. Yeah, he was probably writing all that dialogue with like his in his whitey tighties, just like sitting behind his laptop, like hey, yeah, thirsty. Come on, jeez. Sorry, I didn't mean to put that image in your head, but it was already in my head, so I thought I'd share. I need a drink. Yeah, it's so riled up. Ooh, I know, the Russian family. Ugh. So gross. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. That or smoking weed. What? Maybe it'll be someone from the Russian family. Oh, yeah, that'd be funny. Like the little girl who, I am thirsty. I know. I have some energy tonight. Last night I was feeling a little low energy last night, but man, today I was feeling a little fired up. I think it's because tomorrow's my Friday. I'm like excited for that short work week. So, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I just thought I mean, who knows what happened when it came to him punching up all that dialogue and stuff. It just, his pervy brain just goes into, Barry's gonna fall on her boobs. Yeah. It's just like, good God, man. Ugh. So gross. Low energy Dave. Itchy. Ugh. So many bad lines in there. Bad lines, bad wigs, bad lips. So. Okay, so Lewis is saying, just got hit up. It's a female big jail actor. There are only 3, Amy, Diane. Okay, so it might be one of them. If anything, out of those 3, I would say Diane Lane. If it's going to be one of those 3 actresses, I would say it's Diane Lane, because what does she got going on? I mean, Amy Adams just seems too sweet and innocent, and that's why we love her. She's our angel, even though it would be great if it was her. And then, of course, Gal Gadot. I just can't see her doing it because she still has a movie coming out. Boobs. I know, he was probably doing his very own impression of Beavis and Butthead. That kind of stuff. Ugh, Whedon's been hawking off in the tool shed. Hawking. I know, dirty. Yeah, I just don't see Amy Adams doing that. That's right. Wonder Meg's making that. Yeah, that's right. She's getting in on it. Is this guy still bothering you? There it is. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up right now. Like I said, head over to Real Emotion live stream. I believe they have the Faruqi brothers that are happening right now. CBD. Comic book debate, not the stuff you take to ease your tension. Ooh, Connie Nielsen. She might say something. I don't know. Maybe. She was part of it. That'd be interesting. Okay. No, we're not talking about brunch anymore, Andrew. No more brunch. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you clicking in. This has been pretty interesting. I'm going to do a post show talking about some of Ayer's tweets that he tweeted today, and look forward to my reaction to his movie, his new trailer for The Tax Collector. That'll be up later as well. And yep. So I appreciate you guys clicking in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the second channel that has Film Junkie clips, trying to put as many clips on there as possible from just the shows, clip out some certain things, and I just wish I need to keep like a notepad for when really good things happen on the vodka stream. Cause I can't just like start combing through like a vodka stream to try to find really good stuff. It's very hard sometimes. But yeah, anyways, so make sure you subscribe to that. Visit filmjunkie.com. I'm going to revamp that website sooner or later. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. There's Patreon if you want to help out down below. I need to like start dealing with some of the Patreon stuff in there. I know there's things in there where we can all talk personally and everything. I don't know. There's just stuff on there. And then, of course, shirts down below. All right, guys. Love you. Talk to you later.